Loaded talk, loaded grok. We're going to talk a little bit more about Epstein. Epstein and the Democrats using it to their advantage effectively, more than anybody has ever been able to do anything effective in their lives. So Jasmine Crockett, one of the best members of our government, went to the floor and gave us all sorts of important information that I think we all need to know, bringing some hard truths. So we're going to show you this clip of her talking about it. CNN had some follow-up questions about this kind of series of events. So let's check it out.
Republicans taking money from a Jeffrey Epstein. Here's what you said.
Here's what she said.
Who also took money from somebody named Jeffrey Epstein, as I had my team dig in very quickly. Mitt Romney, the NRCC, Lee Zeldin, George Bush, Winred, McCain Palin, Rick Lazio.
You mentioned Lee Zeldin there. He's now a cabinet secretary. He responded and said it was actually Dr. Jeffrey Epstein, who's a doctor that doesn't have any relation to the convicted sex trafficker. Unfortunate for that doctor, but that is who donated to a prior campaign of his. Do you want to correct the record on?
Okay. So it's just some unfortunate soul named Dr. Jeffrey Epstein, a nice, I don't know, oncologist. Okay. How is she going to respond, Charlie?
No idea. I have no idea.
Is she sorry?
I would probably say no.
All right, let's see.
On the people
Listen, I never said that it was that Jeffrey Epstein. Just so that people understand, when you make a donation, your picture is not there. And because they decided to spring this on us in real time, I wanted the Republicans to think about what could potentially happen, because I knew that they didn't even try to go through the FEC. So my team, what they did is they Googled. And that is specifically why I said a Jeffrey Epstein. Unlike Republicans, I at least don't go out and just tell lies. Because it was not the same one, that's fine. But when Lee Zeldin had something to say, all he had to say was it was a different Jeffrey Epstein. He admitted that he did receive donations from a Jeffrey Epstein, so at least I wasn't trying to mislead people. Now, have I dug in to find out who this doctor is? I have not. So I will trust and take what he says, is that it wasn't that Jeffrey Epstein, but I was not attempting to mislead anybody. I literally had maybe 20 minutes before I had to do that debate.
Yeah, but people might see that and say, well, you're trying to make it sound like he took money from
I did not know.
A registered sex offender.
No, but I literally did not know. When you search FEC files, and that's what I had my team to do, I texted them and I said, listen, we're going up. They are saying that she took donations.
Right, but someone might say, well, your team should have done the homework to make sure it wasn't the convicted sex trafficker.
Within 20 minutes, you could not find that out, not from just doing a quick search on FEC. So, number one, I made sure that I was clear that it was a Jeffrey Epstein, but I never said that it was specifically that Jeffrey Epstein, because I knew that we would need more time to really dig in.
Yeah.
You talked about...
So they need more time to dig in. So that is why she said a Jeffrey Epstein, not the Jeffrey Epstein, which proves that she was not trying to mislead anybody, Charlie.
What?
No, she just wanted people to know that a Jeffrey Epstein gave money to Mitt Romney and George Bush and Palin McCain. Someone named Jeffrey Epstein. She thought it was very important that everyone know this, but not saying it was the Jeffrey Epstein. Clearly, because she didn't want to mislead anyone.
Was she hoping nobody was going to clarify that?
I think probably maybe just throw it out there, hope it's a stick or whatever, but it is like amazingly stupid. And like they just sprung it on us, this debate. I don't know what the debate was. We only had 20 minutes. It's like, okay, so 20 minutes of research into FEC donations, and they're like, we've got. And also, like, if you got Dr. Jeffrey Epstein from Poughkeepsie, Illinois, or wherever, I don't know where this person's from, so it's not like a New York mansion or Virgin Isles. I keep saying Virginia. It's just, it's clearly a different, like, you know what you do? Google Maps, pull up the house. You go, well, that's a nice house. That looks like a doctor with a good practice has that house. It's not a mansion. It's not covered in corpses of teen brides or anything like that, you know? But yeah, you do get like, yeah, she wanted to get away with it. And you want to know something fun? Something fun and, a good motivation to be a congressperson? when you're on the floor, recognized, speaking, you can say anything you want about any elected member. Anything at all.
What?
There's no slander. There's no, you're free of legal liability, civil
God.
and criminal. You can say whatever you want, Charlie.
Wow.
That was when Romney was running against Obama, and Harry Reid of Nevada stood up and goes, I've been talking to my friends at the IRS, and they tell me Mitt Romney hasn't paid his taxes. He's not paying all his taxes. And they asked Romney, he's like, I pay my I've turned in my tax return. That's part of this. I have no idea what he's talking about. And so then fast forward, Obama wins. And so it's clarified that, no, Romney has paid all of his taxes. Like, he's a tax-paying fella. So they asked Harry Reid about it. They go, what about that? Like, why did you say that when it wasn't true? He goes, it worked, didn't it? That was all he said. He goes, it worked, didn't it?
The most honest response.
Yeah, I do appreciate that part where you just go, well, okay. He's like, I lied to you.
Yeah, here's my hand.
Yeah, I lied to you, just try and get him to lose the election. And it worked, didn't it? So, but yeah, so you can say whatever you want. She just said whatever she wanted to. And, but she wasn't trying to mislead, Charlie. That's the important part.
You could have, chances are, they're a doctor, whether they have their own practice or there's a hospital nearby, you could confirm. That's definitely not the Jeffrey Epstein I'm trying to.
They only had 20 minutes, Charlie.
You could Google search that too.
Let me just pose a question for you. Let's say you're at your job. Your boss goes, hey, 20 minutes. We're going to talk about this concept, something you're not, kind of a new thing. I need everything that you know on XYZ widget. You go, okay. And it's like 20 minutes. So you start looking stuff up, and then you find this thing. Oh, it's from the 7th dimension and arrived here by dragons. And it's on some message board, And you go, I don't know. You go, I'm going to have to look into that further, right? You go, I don't know. I got to look into that further. In your presentation, do you include the 7th dimensional dragon widget that you've not had time to confirm? Or do you say, I can see this, I can see this. There's some questionable information.
That's what I would say. There's this about dragons, but I wouldn't lean towards that.
You wouldn't just go in and be like, let me tell you about the 7th dimension and dragons. That's where we need to be our focus. All of our focus, 7th dimensional dragons. That's how we corner the market. Just total confidence. It's a crazy excuse. I had 20 minutes. I didn't have time to confirm what I was saying. That's why I said Jeffrey Epstein, so I wouldn't mislead anybody. Yeah, that's explicitly misleading people. You're giving information you knew sounded like other information in a way where you go, I wouldn't technically lying. Yeah,
and she set herself up for an out too.
I said I never slept with her. I never said anything about sex. All right, I think that'll do us.